As I look outside, all I want is just to get away. I'll wait one more night. My mind is always so afraid.
Doing something mean to it, do it better than anybody ever seen. Do it, scream from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man to have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. Tripping off the power. Tripping off the power. Tripping off the power. No one man to have all that power.
Everywhere you go, a smiling face. Running and skipping, merrily tripping, watching the morning unfold.
Hello, good evening, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Overwatch Watchers Brawl version 4. Thanks for joining us in April. I'm Threepwood007, as always, and I'm joined tonight by a special guest co-caster, Wondersauce.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing this fine day?
We have a definite treat. We're going to be looking at Aptix Esports, who was not only the victor of the previous Brawl, but then the victor of the second Brawl as well. And they're going to be going up against the Wet Lemons, who absolutely have their work cut out for them. So before we get started, we have a lovely interview tonight. Say hello.
Hi.
Adam, you are of Wet Lemons. Why don't you tell us about yourself and your role in the team?
We're gonna win by this. I'm the team manager. I also am the founder. I've been playing since 2016.
Since the beginning. I love it. So word on the street is that you guys started out playing in other tournaments and now you're trying to branch up. Is this just how many tournaments do you guys usually play concurrently?
We haven't played in a tournament in a long time, so this is the comeback.
Oh wow. So here we have the resurgence of the Wet Lemons tonight. I and we are very flattered to have you here. So before we get kicking off into the game, is Overwatch the first I guess competitive shooter you've played before?
I played Counter-Strike a while back, but yeah, Overwatch is the first one I'm actually good at.
Good call. And yeah, I used to love me some old CS back in the day. So what? How did the Wet Lemons come together?
I was at Ripple's apartment, and then me practicing Photoshop, I made a team logo. That's it.
That's just about as easy as it comes, isn't it? So before we tire you out and let you save your voice for your call-outs on team, thanks for joining us tonight. Good luck in today's game, and we're looking forward to a fun match.
Thank you.
That was Adam from Wet Lemons, and Wonder, it looks like they are rip-roaring and ready to go. They even have the Pachi Mari icon sync.
Yeah, you know, that's always a good sign when a team all rolls out with that same icon. It just says, yeah, we mean business, come on. And credit to his Photoshop skills, that logo is exceptional.
Oh yeah, it's really, really nice. It's true though, like, I like seeing teams who, when they do the fun logos and like they have someone with, you know, a copy of Photoshop, which is sometimes rarer than you think.
That's particularly, you know, legitimately acquired ones.
Mm-hmm. Money don't grow on trees, and Adobe's service model is kind of a pain in the patoot. In any event, though, it looks like we're finally getting started here on Ilios. There is no attack or defense to deal with. It's just going to be an all-out brawl on King of the Hill, with Lighthouse being the first map.
Yeah, I always like starting off on control maps because you get a good gauge of how the players want to play. Because there's so much you can do with it if you want to be aggressive and you want to get up in someone's grill. If you just want to be patient, wait for them to make a mistake, and then just punish hard. And it's also good to see what kind of comps we're going to see, because Control, you can have, you know, you can run pretty much most things, especially on these Ilios maps.
Oh yeah. Even in the previous meta, you could just see just about everything. Aptix Esports in particular being pretty heavy on the favor of the damage type compositions. They run a lot of that Mercy Hammond and then four damage characters. And now in this particular tournament, as it is with comp rules, Baptiste is not yet playable, although I think that may happen soon. I assume it'll hit before the big stage 2 kicks off on the Owl. So for now, we're probably going to be seeing a lot of the same 3-3 from some teams, except for Aptix. Maybe. I don't know. They're setting up really suspiciously right now.
Yeah, it looks like we've got both teams coming out with Ghosts, although one's going Ryan, one's going Winston and Anna.
So this will be interesting. Yeah, Lucid Science going to be dropping out on the Winston here. Against a Reinhardt, it can be pretty interesting, right? Because, yeah, there's a lot of damage bypass and some cleave you got going on. But a Reinhardt these days against a Winston can be pretty nasty.
Yeah, because this does include in the patch, you know, the 20% damage reduction. So, yeah, Carl Fixer going wild already, and oof.
And yeah, Car Fixer is a pretty devious healer support. Much more of the I am going to shoot you until you die healer. You figure he'd like shooting heals into people with Ana, but right now it's going to be Lucio, and wow, yeah, Lucid Science pays for that full court press.
Yeah, going a bit deep there, not gonna lie. He might have pushed up a little bit too far. And, you know, Wet Lemons are just rushing straight to the point, no messing around. They want to get right on there, and because Apex was so aggressive in the first pot, they've only got 13%, so they really don't have much of an advantage here.
Yeah, so that's super interesting.
So I was just going to say, and this is where the Rhines is going to be benefiting, because he's already locked onto the point. He doesn't have to move through, and you don't have any high ground as Winston to utilize.
Yeah, it took the words right out of my mouth, but here, Lucid Science, again, Cardfixer opening up the kill with Ladybug going down very quickly, and the Primal Rage batting everyone around means that this point's probably going to go for Aptix, but there's a bit of a clapback from Wet Lemons that had to be pretty nice.
Yeah, fair play to them. They didn't commit any ultimates. You know, I don't think they had many ultimates to engage with, but they didn't do it, and they did manage to get, obviously, the Primal Rage out, which will build up very fast in this, because he built it up in 1 and a little bit fights.
Yep, and so Lucid Science now with that Discord Orb, slightly less effective these days for everyone except for Zenyatta, who has a little boost to his right click. But Lucid is going to get pushed off by the DV there. Cardfixer coming in for some reinforcement. Daddy Dylan actually popping Rally to lead up into this fight, but there's not a lot of people around to get the benefit of that armor. Just Ana, and here he goes now. He's going to try and drop it off to the rest of them, but yeah, Wet Lemon's going to be a little bit over the tree with no kills.
Yeah, and that was probably a misclick as well, because Potato just got nanoed there. Shatter comes out, has managed to get Paul's rushed down. But, ooh, Kuda! Lovely way to take out 2 of the sports and completely hamstring that attack, or defense even.
Yeah, talk about having a situation where having a rally would have been a big help. There's not a lot that stands up to a Diva Bomb, and a barriers rally might have been just what the doctor ordered. So Aptic's going to grab 2/3, but now Wet Lemons again setting up as Wonder mentioned with that Reinhardt. It's going to be pretty difficult to dislodge without spending some ults of their own.
Yeah, there's going to be plenty of opportunities for that. You know, Potato held on to his grab, so they've still got that in the back pocket. They still have bombs, so they can make a mess of this team. But they're not going to have a Reinhardt to charge the opposing Rein out the way and remove that shield to set up the Diva Bomb.
Yeah, and with the grab coming out now from Potato, are they going to grab anything? Yes, they do. Riso picks up Adam and the D-Mech onto Kuda, who also, I think, got...
launched over the edge.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was less than perfect, but it worked, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, so here the rally coming in again. This time, the rest of the team is going to get some of that sweet armor, except for Moser this time around, who does... No, Moser almost gets a lot of it, and that armor is going to last 30 seconds, so long enough to get them into the next fight, which is good, because Rushed is going to be coming in, I think, with that grab, because they have to do a retake quickly.
Yeah, with 80% and the clock ticking, they need to get on that point quick and get some kills in. And, yeah, Aptic really don't have anything to counter this, so they used all their ult bank. If they can get onto the point now, but Morty goes down straight away.
That's huge. That's not the kill you needed to have happen, but Lucid going down, no Winston, no shields, and yeah, Adam's gonna be diving straight to the point. He's gonna get held up a little by a Brigitte, and yes, Moser comes in with the big nade, gonna grab the enemy Brigitte down. Riftbolt not gonna be hanging out for this fight, and jeez, kills for days from the Aptics, and I think this point's gonna be going for them.
Oh yeah, this is prolonging the inevitable now, as that Lucio tried to skate around the edge before just going, bugger this, I'm out. Oh no, the Brigitte told him to bugger off, you're out, with a flail.
0 to 1.
Oh.
I completely forgot that it was April Fool's Day. I guess I would feel bad if I tried to skunk anyone who was gracious enough to dial into the stream tonight, so I'm gonna withhold from any nasty jokes, and instead we're gonna go on to Ruins, and here hopefully we might be seeing some interesting hero picks come out. Widowmaker in particular can be one for the duels.
Yeah, I got caught out earlier because literally just before the stream started, Dogman announced that he was moving to San Francisco Shock. I don't think they need a third Zenyatta player though, so I doubt that that's true.
Yeah, but you know what? I've seen Stranger Things. I've also seen Stranger Things. Hey, so coming out of the point though, it's actually going to be pretty similar, and it's going to be Wet Lemon's going to be dropping in with some crazy hero picks with Rush on the Hammond.
Yeah, since his recent buff, which doesn't sound like a huge buff, he now uses E and pop those shields without getting into his claw-legged state of the mech. So it allows him to quickly get in, and he doesn't have to suddenly stop.
Oh, wow.
But while we're talking about how good Hammond could be, the whole team fell apart and got destroyed. So
yeah, Moser needs to rein it in a little, buddy. Save some kills for the rest of the team. And that well-placed anti-nade contributed to so many different kills. And Lucid now also, by the way, on this Reinhardt. Adam has to switch over. Actually, Wet Lemon does go back to a mirrored composition, except with a Zenyatta for them.
Well, it makes total sense because when you're entrenched, or when you're not entrenched, you're going to have to go 1v1 with that Rein. And unless you're going to be able to dislodge him with the Hammond effectively, it's just not going to work out in your favour. And Rush getting body blocked there and killed. That is such a huge stagger. Adam even coming out to try and save him, but getting slept and then deleted from the game.
Yeah, that is a miserable full press from Aptix in the face of Lemons. However, Moser being sneaky. Watch this. They're going to be coming in. He does get caught out, so he actually has to save himself. He does get the nap onto Morty, though, and dies for his sins. And this is the instant. Big Shatter goes in, grabs two. They get the kills from it. They grab Riftbolt. Nope, Lucid actually goes down instead.
Yeah, Rift does go down, but that Brigitte is not worth a Rein. So let's see as they have the clapback coming out. Sound barriers are both out now, but Aptix came out later, so it's going to be lasting longer, and it's going to give them enough time. Where's that? Oh, there it is. I thought that was the attackers grab. And they are managing to clean up this fight now. You know, Moser and Lucid are coming back into the fight, but it's going to be too little too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, Potato, though, did manage to double their grav percentage in the course of that stall, so to speak. And 78% is about 1.5 fight territory, and Potato going down again. Potato actually managed to get all the way into the 90s. Aptix going to be very well equipped for this next push, but they're going up against a nasty set of ults.
Morty is playing super aggressive here. He's constantly not on the front line. He's ahead of the... Oh, and that's a nasty purple. Adam is so low. He's on 1 bar.
Ooh, he does go down.
That was absolutely set up by Moser there, and big slam coming out. Oof, brutality there.
Moser goes fisticuffs with the Zarya, grabs them down. The supports for Aptix are, it's difficult to say. I think they might be doing the most damage out of anyone. Final blows, at least.
It's one of those games where your Anna's kicking off going, come on guys, I've got gold damage, gold limbs, what are you doing?
Crazy for days, and yep, with 90% left, Lucid Science picks up too many kills for Wet Lemons to really be able to come back too quickly. Morty is going to be the one doing the touch here, although he actually dies. I don't think that's enough time to send it into overtime, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so that was a fairly convincing fight, but there does seem to be life in the Lemons. So let's hope they're going to keep pushing out here, and, you know, let's have a full series of this because they're looking good.
Oh, yeah, that was super great, too. The particular match, though, I think Wet Lemons may have been trying to do something a little tricky there. Instead, Aptix having come out with the Reinhardt earlier means they're going to always be ahead of that Shatter game.
And as we both know, we both like to play a bit of tank, and it's the most important position in the game.
Yep.
When your Rein gets behind and you can't get ahead, it is going to go badly from then on.
Nasty situation. However, with that match being done with, we are going to be moving on to our next round, where we actually get to start seeing some of the unique things for the Overwatch Watchers Brawl. They are going to be starting out with hero bans and selects, and it is going to be starting with Aptix banning a map, and they are going to immediately ban Horizon Lunar Colony, which is a very standard opening move from them.
Okay, yeah, and the interesting thing is there's hero bans and hero protects. So the winner of the map gets to protect one hero, while the loser gets to ban one. So it seems to be a little bit of discussion going on here. So we're just trying to figure out what it is. Adam is locking in her Hollywood by the looks of things.
Ooh. Oh, and yes, there it is. That is going to be the selection from the Wet Lemons. Hollywood is their final answer. And I am curious, very, very curious. They banned Horizon Lunar Colony, that is to say Aptix, so I'm thinking that Wet Lemons has a bit of a fun time, possibly a fun plan for Hollywood.
Yeah, and it's one of these maps that I really like because they've got changes in height. You know, the first point, it's super easy to earn a Rein at the start, but the second point, as you go through that Wild West area, can be quite difficult with that Reinhardt. Unless you get the ball rolling, if you get stalled out, you know, it's such a haven for DPS just hiding up in the rafters and raining death from above.
Yeah, and again, I thought we were going to see it on Hollywood. I thought we were going to see it on Ilios. We didn't really, but yeah, Hollywood can be a great place, especially on that Streets phase, for some sick hit scan duel action. And I do kind of like seeing it. Tank play always gives me the fun feelings inside. But in general, Widow duels also rock my socks. But here we have a save from Aptix Esports. They're going to be saving Lucio. They also get to decide what side of the map they're going to start on. And so Carfix are saving Lucio. I'm not really surprised. They were doing pretty good work with it, and it's generally a safe hero to keep in your back pocket.
Yeah, Lucio is really what lets Goats work, because without that speed, it'd just be a load of ult batteries slowly making their way towards you. And it's one of the sleeper heroes. Everyone thinks it's Brigitte, and before the shield bash nerf, yes, probably it was the main thing, especially with her armor pack. But Lucio allowing that speed, you never see Goats without it, and for good reason.
Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, yep, Aptix going to be starting out on defense, so there you have that. And yes, it's just his ability to be a part and function well in just every single comp is ridiculous.
Okay, it appears they're choosing not to ban anyone.
I love it. I actually don't... Yeah, you can do that. According to the tournament runner, you can do it. So there's no bans coming in, which means both teams have all of their heroes at their disposal. That's a bold flex from Wet Lemons, and I super like it.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, you can play what you want, guys. We don't care what you run. We can do this.
Like, no, yeah, you're good. Go for it. Go have fun. Yeah, no, I super like this. I super like this a lot.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it pays out for them here. Because otherwise, yeah, they're going to be sitting there going, why didn't we just ban,
Reinhardt or something. But I guess to be fair, there must not have been a hero, or champion hero, that they wanted to ban, knowing that the ban goes into effect for both teams. And I can actually understand that point of view. If you're going into this match and you're thinking, all right, we really need to show our strut our stuff here on Hollywood, I'd want to have access to my entire arsenal of weapons as well.
Yeah, and there's no point hamstringing yourself just to spite the other team. What's the phrase? Cut off your nose to spite your face?
Face probably deserves it. In any event, though, we are going to be seeing at least the defense come out, and this comp is probably what Aptix is going to be settling in on. And as of right now, if Lucid leaves, it's a double shields. Ooh. It is a double shields.
So this is some sort of strange Goats with both Ryan and Winston, but no D.Va.
So the lack of a D.Va is going to be big. No grav eating, no... Well, if they decided to run an Ana, that would be a huge advantage for Wet Lemons, who would have no defense matrix to deal with, and could be raining grenades, all day, every day.
Yeah, and there's nothing to mitigate the damage that's going to be raining in. So if, say, they decided to pick up a Pharah, there's nothing to stop it other than Mauser. Unless Carfixer gets really excited.
Yeah, and Wet Lemons, again, with 2 shields, it's going to be difficult for them to make entry onto this point. With, again, that cleave damage for Winston going to be coming in pretty hardcore. And Adam, yeah, huge anti-nade goes out. Massive Ladybug goes down very quickly. I think the rest of the supports are soon to follow.
Mauser, absolutely huge entry yet again. The supports are doing such work here for Aptix. They're just really, really good. You can see from the ult charge there, Mauser's on 71%. Yeah, he's got healer in there, but he's got more ult charge than Lucid, who was at the front line swinging.
It's crazy, yeah, it's crazy to see. And, geez, so here again, they're coming in, they're trying to get in there, and Riso drops down right away with the Winston bubble. Just so much damage, and Adam got antied again despite D.Va watching their butts, and they are going to be forced out. Adam just took way too much damage.
And this is smart here, just backing off. Oh, he did manage to block the shatter, that's good.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they didn't manage to get out. They had the right idea, just going, you know what, there's no point in us doing this. Let's just keep backing up, back it up, back it up.
Mm-hmm. And again, I see what Riso was trying to do there. That was a super neat trick, trying to bop the Reinhardt up into the air with that ground pound, just to see if they could make it happen. Still though, it looks like Wet Lemons is definitely not out of the running yet, but this is going to be a little tricky again for them to bust in. But there it is!
There we go, that's the pick they needed. Carfixer going a little bit too aggressive there and getting taken out, but Riftbot going at Slam gets nothing there from Adam. That's really unfortunate, but they can still push through here. They are down there, Brigitte, but they're... Nope, never mind. They're back out. Run away, guys.
Oh, it got sad. And
Try and keep running.
they actually almost had that. They were really, really close, and I can't believe they didn't.
And Ladybug getting killed while he was almost in spawn.
Oh,
That's...
wow.
This is some to-the-door spawn camping. This is a bit unfair now. They've got 5 volts, but other than Adam, they've not had a chance to use them.
And the stagger for Aptix is very real. Any one of the ults that they have right now could be used to stop and win a fight very quickly. Yes! Shatter. Oh no, Shatter comes out and doesn't get anyone! They knew it, they knew it was coming, and now it's dueling, grabs Apocalypse on the field, and Aptix, unfortunately for the Wet Lemons, looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, you know... Where do you start? Kuda just needs to be diving straight onto Mauser. He's been left completely by himself right in the back. There's literally no one anywhere near him. He's just on top of the elevator there, chilling out by himself while the rest of the team's playing so far forward. And he's just raining down these Bionades that are winning the fight before they start.
Yeah, and there it is again. Kuda gets anti-dated very quickly, and almost like they're starting to read the room. He actually backs off a little. He takes the high ground very quickly to just be out of the line of fire. Huge Shatter, though, gets 3, and yeah, the kill's now big time coming in. Counter Shatter comes out. There is nothing going to be coming out of that. Heals are just too strong for Moser.
Yeah, just...
Oh, no.
Oh, Kuda.
Oh, no.
Kuda. Oh, why would you bubble that until...
I actually kind of wonder how you would feel about that. Like, if I was that baby diva, do I accept the fact that Rush needs some extra charge, or do you just let it happen? Carfixer gest the boostio, and he goes right into the backline and immediately starts wreaking havoc.
Yeah. Oof. So Rush throwing out a grab at the end there. I think he should have just been using that grab so much more. When they were being spawn camped, grab the people that were right there outside the door. You know, the healer's not going to be able to get to them. They've only got the Lucio and the Brigitte, and you're all outside your spawn.
Yeah, you can get a lot of good... You have a lot of good options for getting out of spawn like that, especially if you're willing to use that grab, which, given the spawn advantage for Hollywood here, you could easily take the point, or at least get enough of a foothold that you could eventually take the point. Now, Wet Lemons just got out-ulted, and we even saw it. Even in the ult Apocalypse, Aptix was able to get enough picks to make it functionally meaningless that they were going up against 5 ults.
Yeah, and I think people get it in their heads that they've got to do the world's biggest grab. It's got to be a 5-6 man. It has to be the full team. You can win fights off of taking down 2 people. If you see 2 people too close together and up front, just grab them, trash them, and start building to your next one.
Yep, it's something that I had a lot of trouble with as Zarya when coach told me, like, look, if you've got your grav and you see that grav opportunity, don't hold your grav. You got to drop it. Start building for your next one. Get some charge back. And now with a defense coming out in Wet Lemons, better be rushing to build that grav. There's not a lot of ults that can stop anyone from taking a tick, and grav is actually one of them.
Yep. And looks like we're going to be getting Ball and Winston goats now.
Ooh.
With Mousers now on the Zen. So, okay, they're looking to go some kind of crazy dive, which I really like the look of. Let's see how this works out for them.
Look at Lucid go. Ground pound for days, and bam! The cleave damage is just so real! Look at this hamster ball go! So much damage, and... yeah, if the only need is a third, I think Aptix have it.
Yeah, their focus fire there was so good. They were just absolutely laser focused on obliterating one target at a time. And not a lot that Wet Lemons could do there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a sneak peek at what Aptix is going to be capable of when the new meta rolls around. That was some fast and furious offense. They came slugging for them so dang quickly.
Yeah, and they almost managed to get that boop up. Ooh.
Yeah.
Woof. Yeah, that was... Sorry, I still in your catchphrase there.
Woof indeed. Also, as a reminder, if you've been going woof at some of these plays along with us, don't forget to vote for your MVP in the poll below the stream. Click yo fave, let your voice be heard, let us know who you think deserves to get the most callouts.
So now we get to find out what map gets banned again and see if any heroes get banned, see what they're going to do. Because, unfortunately for Wet Lemons, I think that Aptix just showcased the fact that it doesn't matter if you ban someone, because they can just run something really weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be that hero save situation. They saved, let's see, they did get the Lucio save in. So the save coming in before the ban is big. That's a rough one to get around. Because if you have the Lucio, you know, you ban, let's say, almost anything else, well, they're going to have that Lucio. Albeit it is a slightly reduced Lucio these days. It is not as fast. But Carfixer's demonstrating that it's still, as always, a very viable pick.
Yeah, he can just do whatever he damn well pleases, dancing around the map. I feel like it's worth pointing out as well that Aptix are almost 1,000 SR average higher.
Yes, they are a team that is extremely proficient. They've made some contenders pushes. They have, they got a lot going for them. They can be defeated. We've seen teams take maps off of them before. Maps, not matches. They have yet to be knocked down to the loser's bracket, so to speak. On that note, they are going to be banning Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Okay, interesting choice. Because what does that leave us with on the hybrids?
So hybrid, since we just played hybrid, we can't play another hybrid. Yeah, so an HLC is, where is it?
So that means that we'll be doing doing Junkertown, I believe.
So yes, the German Reinhardt. They're actually going with, they can't pick Eichenwald. So,
of course, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that means they kind of have a soft spot for the hybrid style maps. And I'm curious as to what part of that map they like the most. Since they weren't able to make a push onto that point, maybe it's actually the streets phase that they were looking to really, again, strut their stuff. So coming out with maybe an escort pick might be the better option here. Oh
no, unfortunately they can't pick that because you can't have the same map types back to back.
Yep, can't have the map. You can't ban a map type back to back, and you just played, and you can't pick the same map type. And wow, immediately they're going for Lijiang Tower.
Yeah, no hesitation there, just straight onto it.
Which is fine. It's a fun map. Also, again, you have the potential for seeing a lot of crazy hero picks come out. We haven't really seen a lot of them except for Lucid dipping his toes into the Hammond with the Steve hero. Ooh. Aptix is gonna be taking the bait. Legs, ban legs. Whose legs, Wonder? Whose legs, before they say it?
Well, I can only assume.
Got it.
Personally, I was gonna go for Genji.
It was Soldier 76 anyways. Legs. I guess because he runs. Because he's the character that runs. He's the only character that can run, which is hilarious. One of the oldest men in the game.
Yeah. Well, I thought Genji just because he's got those robo legs.
Ooh, he does have robo legs because someone, cut them off.
Yeah. Well, who would do that? Who would do that to a person?
Definitely not family. I mean, like, even if you hate someone a lot, you would never do that to your own brother.
Oh, no. Not even if you were trying to make a push for being the leader of your clan.
Yeah, like, there's lines you don't cross. I am not surprised at all. Wet Lemons going to be banning a hero that they didn't, play a lot, and subsequently also, in comparison, got affected by pretty harshly, and they will be banning the other old lady, the other old timer.
Yeah, this is a really smart move because Mauser was just setting up every single fight win. So, fingers crossed, here we go. We should have something going on here.
And yeah, that was crazy. Just anti-nades for days. The R's are going to be coming out from the teams. We are going to be getting started. Hallelujah, amen, peanut butter. So here we have Lijiang Tower. Soldier 76 has been explicitly saved. A ban onto Ana. So Ana actually, no matter what's been coming out from Aptix, Ana's actually factored into it every time. So I wonder what they're going to switch up to as a result from that. It's a very good ban.
Yeah, it's going to have a big impact on this game, I feel. So, let's get it on.
Alright, Lijiang Tower. Lijiang Tower, starting out on Control Center. This is a map where you also see a lot of Mei play. And, I think since both teams have been staying away from the map favorite picks, we didn't see any Widowmaker on Ruins. We didn't see any Pharah on Lighthouse. But Mei is almost too good of a pick to not grab on this particular setup.
Yeah, I absolutely love running it here, but with how goat-centric it has been so far, I don't know if we're going to see something different. I think it's going to be more of the same.
I can't really make any solid argument against that. The 3-3 again is still really strong despite the speed boost buff, or nerf rather, that went in. And yep, except for what Aptix is showing up in Spawn, but I've been debated before, it looks like at least for Wet Lemons they're going to be seeing a lot of what we've been seeing from them. Which again, can't blame them at all in the slightest.
Yeah, I've had my heart messed with too many times, Rizzo and Potato. Don't do this. Go on, go out of Spawn with it, I dare you.
Nope.
Cowards.
No Tracer, not in my Overwatch, apparently. So I guess that's fine. Fine. Whatever.
Okay, so everyone's going straight into the middle here. Nobody there's who needs them. And as Reiner's exchanged fire strikes, it looks like Lucid came, or Adam came out on top of that. Unfortunately, he spoke a little bit too soon there as he was being booped about and isolated and subsequently killed. But they're doing a decent job of getting out.
Yeah, not a bad disengage at all. Moser switching on to the Zenyatta, going to be giving them still that nice Discord damage. It looks like they did send someone back to the point. It's going to be Carfixer again, who is on capture duty.
And the caster's curse is real, because as soon as I say someone's doing okay...
Oh, rip.
Nice. Yeah. So here we go, setting up for this next one, as they're trying to just jostle for position, just giving themselves breathing room to actually get out there. And as Rally comes out, let's see if they're actually going to be able to do here. That is Potato at very high charge, just melting through targets.
Yeah, I want to actually state for the record, though, that despite the quantity of their charge and the fact that they've been alive longer than Rush, Rush has been doing a fantastic job of building that grav. And we're going to see the Zaryas pulling it out at roughly about the same time, which will make for an interesting scuffle.
Yeah, that is really, really good going from Rush. I haven't spotted that. Excellent Ice 3.
I love grabs. Oh, but the Shatter comes out, grabs 3, but Ladybug has the Zenyatta ultimate ready. Counter grab comes out, Diva Bomb goes out, other grab goes in, the Reiner gets charged away, perfect combo executed. The bomb does only get Adam, but the cleanup was real.
Yeah, so... yeah, a little bit unfortunate there. Adam didn't have his Shatter up yet, so he wasn't able to give the counter Shatter. But Rush is already higher on the ult charge than Potato. So, let's see if he manages to build this up a little bit quicker here, because he is getting some juicy right clicks in and amongst it, as they pop Rally and try and move it in here. Adam is at half health, but he is getting healed. But he's got to be careful with that Discord on his head. Rush taking down Carfixer, though.
Wow!
Big slam!
Huge! Mega slam! Crazy! Awesome! Wet Lemons, that is exactly what you needed to do. And even though it is in one fight territory, they're definitely going to be capping this one.
I loved that. Excellent work from Wet Lemons.
maybe it's just Wet Lemons needed to warm up a bit, you know? They got the good stuff now. They even have the ults coming back online for him. Rushed again, building that charge so quickly.
Yeah, and Potato isn't far behind there. We're gonna have another Grav-pocalypse. But Adam going down straight away is not gonna go down well, as that bomb is perfectly placed, but unfortunately it's right in front of the shield.
And the Zenyatta trans keeps everyone else alive from everything other than that rapid burst damage. And Aptix takes this very quickly. Wet Lemons, though, they reset as fast as they can, but unfortunately it's going to be very difficult for them to make a stand on this point, and we're going to be going right into our next round very shortly.
Yeah, there was no way that Morsi was going to manage to get past there, as Carfixer just decides to pop his ult over the cliff.
0 to 1.
Ah, so frustrating. See, the hardest thing with goats is keeping your Rhine alive, because 9 times out of 10 at this sort of level, as soon as your Rhine goes down, the rest of your team falls apart.
Yep. And it is one of the most important things to be able to do in GOATS is eliminate that big 2000 HP rectangle from one side. And here we go, though. Yes, this is it. Aptix, don't you dare do this to me. Leave spawn, dang it. I need to show Wonder how this works. With Carfixer on the Mercy, Lucid on that Hammond, which we saw, this is Aptix at a very, very deadliest.
Ooh, I am looking forward to this. So...
Oof.
Yeah, about to say, they might not want to be on that bridge with the boot potential coming out from Lucid and from Dylan. And, ooh, this is just raining rockets down.
And they even use the boost to keep Rush from getting back into spawn faster. And wow, Rush is actually going to be switching over to who I thought was Legs to try and counter this Pharah in the sky. And that is going to be very difficult for Daddy Dylan to get around.
And Potato is not living up to his name by being actually useful here and just dinking some heads.
Lanybug is going to grab Riso, but they're going to be able to get back to spawn a lot faster than, let's say, a Zenyatta, who just got popped away by Potato.
Well, that is the fastest way to get back to spawn.
Ooh, that's true. Yeah, you get the KO Express.
Yeah, you just can't leave it. It's like the Hotel California.
Oh, dang it. And there with sights going out. Ooh, excellent play by the Wet Lemons, who use that Diva Matrix to cover Rush as he goes out behind cover to get a little bit of that action. But unfortunately, sights going up means that it's just Daddy Dylan's time at the range, who ultimately unleashes his ultimate, stuffing again back into spawn as they continue to build that ult percentage.
Yeah, Daddy says no to that push.
Wow, Riso is getting focused hard here. I'm amazed when they ever get out alive. But right now, Aptix's dominance on this press is just way too strong. Carfixer even doing a little bit of the Battle Mercy action before running back. Wow, Adam does get Potato, though. Here we go. Wet Lemons on the point. Gone.
Yep, they have managed to pick up a kill now this round, so we should be able to see some, hopefully, push up. But, oh, lovely Rift Bolt coming out on that McCree's. Managed to get that far out the sky. And Morsi taking down Rizzo, which is, you know, the hallmark of a good Zenyatta, is being able to take out that... Ooh, mistimed on Deadeye. Being able to take out that Sombra when they inevitably try and dive you.
Yeah, and here I think Wet Lemons have finally found the answer to Aptix's damage-centric comp, which is to, in fact, go damage yourselves. They've switched over to a nice little dive here with the Winston Diva and, of course, the Zenyatta Discord Orb, making it so much easier to focus those targets down.
Now, Rizzo is behind Morsi here, and he's looking for his opportunity to take him out. Rushed is not too far away, but he's a bit in the open there, and he's got to be careful because Potato is raining shots down.
They solo EMP Morty! He goes right down, but Wet Lemons has so many kills on the board. It's going to be interesting if Aptix can make anything happen.
You know, they must have been keeping track of the fact that he hadn't yet popped his Transcendence. They wanted to end that so they could drop this barrage, end it quick, and no opportunity to use it.
So the staggered nature of that fight means that Wet Lemons actually have a chance to get back on the point. Moser taking down Rushed, one of the members who could have taken the touch on the point, is going to be big though in Primal Rage. They do get back on the point, and they actually take Lucid Science down on the way. Wet Lemons could be making a last-minute stand here.
Yeah, but it is just that Mercy and Winston on the point here, with Mercy getting taken out by Potato now, and someone, by the sound of it, no, they got denied. But another EMP coming out, that was built really fast.
Yeah, Generation was way too crazy there, and Rizzo just going kill after kill on the point. Lucid Science, everyone's just, it's open season, Aptix is here, and their hunting license is valid. Wet Lemons are now just doing their best to stall out, but they can't make it. They take the game, they take the map, they take the match. We have started off Overwatch Watchers Brawl 4 with Aptix taking it.
Yeah, you know, they did their best to put up a fight there, but unfortunately, just the reality coming out from Aptic there. It was hard and fast. There were speed, aggression, surprise. You've got it.
Yep. So Aptix, remember to vote for your Twitch MVP below the stream, because we are going to be finishing that out with some announcement at the end, of course. So yeah, really good match coming out from both sides. Honestly, the Wet Lemons showed, you know, a pretty interesting when it went up to the 3v3, and then again, I think if they had switched faster to just a much more damagey kind of composition, I think they would have had a better shot on Lijiang.
Yeah, they were just a little bit slowed out there. They tried to just change the Widowmaker over and conserve their ult charge for the rest of it. But as soon as you start taking out components of Goats Comp, it does start to fall apart a little bit. And they just weren't able to utilize that.
And yeah, because when they had the dive, they were winning fights and they were doing real good work. Aptix, you know, again, just really hard to dislodge from the point, and the sheer skill of that Daddy Dylan Pharah was ridiculous. But Wet Lemons kind of gave them a run for the money there at the end. They didn't build as much percentage as they had before, but they still did some really solid work, and I'm glad that we're not going to be seeing the last of them. However, as a little post-game prize, we are going to be having Daddy Dylan in for the post-game interview.
Yes, speaking of the daddy himself, we have him here. And
Hey,
he's now
what's up?
unmuted. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. That last round was probably it was great for us. Right as we started to lose a point, I called out for Potato to headshot the Valking Mercy, and he did. So I was very surprised by that.
I didn't know you could do that. Just tell them to click ahead. That actually works. That's actually
On
pretty
command.
Yeah, you know, so clearly you are the shot caller for the team.
Hey.
Well,
God damn it.
only in dire situations.
Yeah, you were styling a bit on the end there with Farah doing the grav at the door. Not grav, sorry. What one about barrage?
Yeah, I just had to get the 3K or 4K.
Yeah,
And-
and it was a bit brutal from you guys. You let's be real, we're doing quite a lot of crushing there.
Yeah, we've had we needed like something to warm up on, because we've been playing lots of like non-goats comps, and we did change it up a bit playing Ana, because that's not very, and double main tank, not very like meta comps, or not run very often, but we did give them a try because one of our players just wanted to play Ana instead of Zen, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, right at the start there. It was, I've just lost my list
Moser.
of the players' name. Moser, that was it. Yeah, he was just winning those fights before they'd even started.
Oh yeah, he'd throw a nade and we'd be walking forward ready for it. We couldn't miss a single one.
It was crazy. Yeah, it's just so much purple on the screen. It's difficult to not have a field day with it.
Yeah, so the obvious question is, how do you feel after that win?
Well, we kind of use this as a warm up for AG, so we're probably gonna be playing like a lot of goats, and it felt pretty good because we played together a lot. Like we aggress as a team, spawn camping a lot. That's just something we really like to do in all these maps. were really good for it, especially Ilios Ruins. Towards the end, our Ryan was in their spawn alone.
Yeah, it was spotted. Particularly on Hollywood as well. You were getting right to the door.
Oh
there.
yeah, I love that because we just walked forward and then I think Riso and Monkey, he just booped everyone as they were trying to get back into spawn. that comp is really good. We saw it in World Cup last year, I think, run by Team USA, and it hasn't been run a lot, but it obviously worked very good.
Yeah, no, and it gave you an opportunity, I suppose, to try out something that might probably not going to be meta, but could well be something. The Ana was definitely a huge impact for you guys, but the Winston working surprisingly well without the Diva.
Yeah, our Ryan was able to pace himself and play with the Winston Shield instead of a Matrix, and I just waited for him to, start popping off, getting some hammer swings in, and then I just run in with fucking my passive and just keep everybody up.
Yeah, love to see it. And that's going to be, and also, by the way, the MVP has been chosen. Moser, with those sick anti-nades, going to be MVP of the match for tonight. Congratulations to Moser. Also, congratulations to Aptix Esports, and well played by Wet Lemons. We're not seeing the end of them. Down to the losers bracket they go for one more shot at the finals. Daddy Dylan, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Well, Wonder, that's going to wrap the match. We're going to have one more at 9 p.m., and for now, it looks like it's break time.
Yeah, so you've got a bit of a chance to rest, relax, play a few games of comp yourself, and
relax and play comp. I love it.
Yeah, two phrases that aren't generally associated together.
Yeah, it's all fun and games. Speaking of games, this has been 3pod007. Grab me on Twitch or Twitter at 3pod007.
And I have been WonderSauce. I've only just made a Twitter account, which unfortunately WonderSauce has taken, so I'm Sauce Wonder.
Ah, the Sauce Wonder. I like it.
Yes. So you can join my freshly made today account with one tweet on it. But I'm going to be going to bed. It's only 1:45 here, so I was quite surprised. I was going to be here for the long haul, I thought. But you're going to be joined later by the lovely Sir Walt.
Yes. Waltham will be here. So thanks, Wonder, for joining us tonight. Everyone, have a good night, and we'll see you back at 9 p.m.
Yeah, catch you later.